welcome to On The Record. I'm your host, Radio Raheem. Now, for those who are new to this, On The Record, the show, I go local record stores. I get CDs, DVDs, vinyls, magazines, whatever they got. I take you on the journey. I explain what I got and just showcase it. That's really what I do. Simple concept, something I really enjoy doing. Now, in this episode, we are doing the Vinyl Tag 2022. Now, I'm splitting this into 2 episodes because I'm not trying to be out here posting 40-minute videos of me talking about records. I enjoy it, but I don't know if people want to really watch that. But I went on the internet, I went on YouTube, I went on TikTok. I found a whole bunch of questions, 22 to be exact, and I'm going to just answer them. An Amazon purchase, we got Little Simps. Sometimes I might be introvert. To me, the album of the year, hip hop last year. This album doesn't get enough credit. I think that it should have got talked about way more. I think it should have been nominated at least. It wasn't none of that, you know, and I feel like it's disrespectful, to be honest. Like what she did to this album, like the story that it's telling, this ain't one of them albums that you're gonna hear like club bangers. This ain't one of them albums that you could just pick and choose like which song. No, this is an album that plays straight through, and I love concept albums. This album is fire. My favorite song on here is Little Q Part 2. You know, if you have to ask me to pick a song, that's the song that I go with because of the production and everything like that. It reminds me of like childhood, like with the kids, like vocal sample, whatever it is. Dope album, dope project. Also, check out her short film that she did for this album. I just watched it recently. It's pretty good. You know, if she might have a second career in acting. Artist that I saw live, we got to go with the great Her. She's going to go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. Now, I saw her twice, both at festivals, to be honest. I never could get the tickets to see her live at one of her shows because them prices be going crazy because these bots be buying tickets. But this ain't what this is about. This album is just fire. Every Kind of Way is my favorite song on this one. That is like a song that's probably gonna get played at many weddings when I'm like an old man. That's gonna be a wedding song for sure. This one doesn't have Best Part. I don't know why Best Part's not on here because it was on hers and Daniel Caesar's project, but whatever. This is still a fantastic project without that song. This is a great project. Jungle's on here, Avenue's on here, like Losing's on here. There's so many bangers on here. But her is a fantastic performer, fantastic artist. She stands for a lot of things. I think she's going to be around for a long period of time. A live album, we're going with Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. Now, this is one of the greatest albums ever in general. I never had the chance to see Marvin Gaye perform. I am too young. But the next best thing, a live album. Now, I have this on CD as well. I got a couple Marvin Gaye live on CD because to me Marvin Gaye is the GOAT. There's multiple GOATs. He's one of them. His vocals are amazing. Now this is real singing. When you can sing and you sound better than you sound on your record, then you know that's a thing. Now this one has What's Going On, Save the Children, Inner City Blues is on here. There's so many hits. Marvin Gaye's that guy. Shout out to Marvin Gaye. Shout out to his family. Marvin Gaye live. Yes, sir. Record that was the hardest for me to get. It has to be this DLC. No one could do it better.
I'm the diggy doc, y'all. Pumping it, yes, y'all. DLC on this, that's who's been kicking fresh, y'all. Letting the bass, yo, and flow with soul so I can play. Leaving the rest of DJ Dr. Dre.
Now, I've seen this record on Discog going for a ridiculous amount. I've seen it like on eBay going for a ridiculous amount. And you don't even know the condition that the record is in. So I did not pull the trigger on the record for those reasons. And I was like, I just gave up hope. I happened to be in Streetlight one day, just scrolling around the hip hop section. And I saw this bad boy, this beauty right here. This album is so fire. Dr. Dre production, DOC lyrics. Barely any cuss words on here, so you can play this around your mama, you can play this around your daddy, you can play this around everybody. This is just a fantastic project. DOC is one of the greats. This is just good. He would have been super far if it wasn't for that accident. But this is a certified classic. Record that I got 2 copies of. Now, I didn't intentionally go into it to get 2 copies of this record. That's Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. Now, I bought this record for myself like last year or 2 years ago around Christmas time. And I was like, this is like my gift to myself. I bought Good Kid, Mad City, and I was like, all right, for sure, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to get all of Kendrick's albums. I have them on CD. I don't have them all on vinyl. So I was like, cool. Then Christmas came around, and my older sister got me this album. So it's hanging up in my wall, actually in my room, because I have multiple copies. I didn't really go into it with that. But that's cool because like I can listen to this as much as I want now, knowing I have a second copy. There ain't no misses on this album, you know. Money Trees, J-Rock, you did your thing on that one. Shout out to Kendrick. We waiting on that album. We still gonna wait. We probably ain't gonna get it by the time this drop, but we still...
Ready yet? How about now? How about now? How about now?
A record store day purchase. Now, last year, I went to Streetlight Records looking for a particular record. It wasn't this dinner party record, but I'm glad I found this dinner party record. I didn't even know that they put this on vinyl. You know, I didn't know. I missed the first drop that I know, like the original version of this. And I was like, I'm just not going to get it. I thought it was a limited thing. I went to get the J. Cole record. That's where I went. I went to get Off Season. I thought they had the Off Season on vinyl at the time. They didn't have it on it. They had it on CD. But I went to get Off Season, and I ended up coming home with this bad boy. You got like 4 great musicians. Terrence Martin, dope. California legend, in my opinion. Like, he a legend. Like, the first thing I heard from Terrence Martin was his Ignorance is Bliss. Like, him playing, like, the saxophone or something of Kendrick Lamar's song. And then I went and looked up all his stuff because that was just amazing. You got Robert Glasper, who got one of my favorite songs, Better Than I Imagined, with her. Kamasi Washington and Ninth Wonder. 2 dudes who've been doing it for a minute. This is just a great group in itself. Like, those 4 names by themselves, I'm listening to the project. Together, woo! And then this project has Buddy. This project has Rhapsody. This project has Snoop Dogg. Alex Isley's on here. Like, Tank is on here. There's so many people on this project. This is just a great project. I'm glad I got this. I'm glad, you know. I'm looking for more projects from them. They're a great collective. An album with no misses. Anytime I get a chance to talk about a seat at the table, I'm going to talk about it because this album is one of my favorite albums ever, and it means so much. It's just blackness. Blackness representative. Everything on this album is blackness. Don't Touch My Hair. You got Cranes in the Sky. You got Mad on here. There's just so many hits. The interludes on here. I can just listen to Master P talk on this by itself. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing, and I love it when interludes match the album. I don't like when interludes are just there just to take up space. Filler songs is what I call it. So this is just a fantastic project. I can't wait until we get another project from her. She doesn't miss. She takes time with her project, and I will wait years for a project. If they're going to take time and make masterpiece like a seat at the table, ain't no misses. And if you find a miss, then you missing. A record that I am never opening is Purple Rain. And the reason why I'm never opening this album is for a couple reasons. One, when I first got into buying records, this record was going for a crazy price. A crazy price. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, let me hold off on this album. Then I finally found it, and I was just like, I'm not opening this. I'm not opening this. Like, I'm going to buy singles from this album, but I'm not opening this album. This is not, I might get another copy, but this ain't getting open. Like, this is like Prince's, like, masterpiece. this is that album for him. I know other people say there's other albums that he dropped that are better than them. I'm not going to argue, but I'm never opening Purple Rain. This album means too much to me for me to open it. Like, I could just look at it. That's what it is. This one is just there for me to look at it and admire it, because it ain't never getting open. Album I didn't hear before purchasing it was his Fat Tony Exotica record.
I hope you're down, cause I think you're groovy. Groovy from head to toe, you move me. And I had to let you know, excuse me, is there a place we can go, cause I don't take it slow. And I'm in a frenzy.
Now, I didn't know who Fat Tony was. I didn't know anything about him. I just ordered something on Amazon one day and I needed a certain amount so I can have my package be delivered that day. So I added this record and I was like, we'll see, you know. I took a chance, and that's a good chance because he's dope. This is a dope project because, you know, when you buy something on Amazon, like a vinyl, or maybe you don't know, you get the audio files, and I just had it play on my Alexa. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. This cover is fire as well. This album got Bun B on it. Listen to this project, you know, it's produced well. If you're a fan of production, you will like this album. I like the production on this album. So shout out to Fat Tony. I'm going to check out future projects by you. I ain't know who you was, but now you got a fan in me. A jazz album. A jazz album. Now, I'm trying to get into jazz. I'm not going to act like jazz is something that I listen to a lot or I know a lot about, because I don't. But this Duke Ellington and John Coltrane record is something that is one of my starts, you know. These are both names I've heard of. I also heard stuff from both artists. They are well-renowned, well-known, some of the most popular jazz artists. So why not get Duke Ellington and John Coltrane together? If I'm trying to get into jazz, I want to start with the greats, then work my way down. And this is the new wave of jazz on Impulse. That's the album title, and it's Duke Ellington, John Coltrane. Yes, sir. A remix album, we got to go with J Dilla, JD, J Delicious. That's what the project is called.
I guess everybody needs somebody to love. You can't keep love lonely.
This one is just remixes to some songs that, like Farside, Runnin', She Said. I also had some records that I ain't never heard of, like just rare records released. This is a project that, like, one of the first things that I bought. I got this actually before I got donuts. I got this at a record store in LA. I was like just scrolling through. I didn't even have a record player at the time. And I knew anything J Dilla I was buying. I got donuts that same week, actually. But this was the first J Dilla record that I actually got. So this is nothing but remixes. You know, J Dilla is one of the greatest producers of all time. Of all time. You know, he was taken away too soon. But, like, he could take a beat on a certain song and just make it something that we ain't even think it would be. He's that great. J Dilla is that guy. R.I.P. to the GOAT. And with that, this has been the first half of the Vinyl Tag. I've been your boy Jamal Radio Raheem. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff that YouTubers tell you to do. And I'll catch you next week. Peace out.
All you wanna do is sleep through